baby boy. Summer's creeping along, even at the beginning. What you waiting for? The money is out here. It's the Mint Game Network. Gotta go out there and get it. It's out here. Look around you. It's out here. Everybody's profiting. Peace. What up, what up, what up? It's the Mint Game Network. Please hit that like button before we get started. Hit that like button. Share this video and subscribe to the channel. Don't cost your thing. Helps the channel out. Support the channel. But we want to talk about this current rap battle that's going on with Pusha T and Jim Jones. Pusha T is through some bars at the fashion show, Louis Vuitton fashion show. Jim comes back. He comes back with a snippet, but then he comes back with a full song on the same beat as the Clips had for their song, since it was a Clip song. But Pusha directly or indirectly, depends, but you have to be able to put it together. And you can tell certain references that Pusha metaphorically was saying towards Jim Jones. These were darts. These were shots across the bow. So, it's like hockey. Jim comes back and rebuttal. Pusha gave Jim a little hip check initially. They skating along, game's going good. Two veterans, you know how it is. Then a little hip check by Pusha. So Jim, kind of laugh it off. Comes back, same game. Still talking about a hockey analogy. And game gets a little intense. Boom. Jim hits Pusha on his reply. A little cross check. Right? A little cross check. So therefore, they both, just for further warning or whatever, no harm, no foul, but they get a 2-minute warning or a 5-minute warning in the box. Or 5, they got to go in the box, the penalty box. Let's say about 5 minutes. Get themselves together. So now, Jimmy, the box is open. They get out. They on the ice. It's coming. It's coming. The anticipation. Everybody is waiting for the next move by Pusha. So now it's like this right now. This is how I see it. The two combatants, they get out the box and they go at it. Everybody know they're going at it, but they haven't dropped the gloves yet. It's just a little, sizing up moment. You know how they do. They do a little jab to see how you react and how your balance is, check you out, see where the weakness they can attack at. So we're at that stage right now with the rap beef. I wouldn't even say beef. It's just hip hop. Hey, I'm not in the top 50. Let me remind you. I'm not in your top 50. Let me remind you. And shoot some bars at you at the same time. 2 birds, 1 stone, right? Jim responds. A lot of people say, Jim, this was, they liked it. A lot of people supporting Jim's reply. In my opinion, I still think Pusha did a little, as far as the bars. His bar work to me was just a little bit more clean, effective blows, to say the least. So, this is where we at. The ball is in Pusha court. He's got plenty motivation and ammo with Jim's reply, especially the crack reference towards Malice or his other brother. Who knows? Only Jim knows. But public opinion and public assumption is a mother. So this is where we at, and I'm here for it. I don't feel hard. I just want to see, it stay hip hop and all that. You know what I mean? You know how these things can get. Everything is fair in hip hop, man. You got to stay on your square. You know what I mean? You have to have fortitude. You know what I'm saying? Intestinal fortitude when you're in hip hop, when you're battling. And you have to be able to slip, give some, take some, bounce back, put a remix in, whatever. You know what I mean? Give them a little shuffle, whatever. Hit them back with some more bars. So this is where we at, ladies and gentlemen. And the current affairs, in my opinion, with Pusha T and Jim Jones, with their little back and forth, they're back and forth. So it is what it is. For whatever reason, I was thinking about Tory Lanez. I know they had pushed his sentencing back, and I know he went through that whole deal with exposing what he think is a unfair treatment towards his defense and things they could present and not present or wouldn't allow in open court. So I know there was something that he was advocating for, a dismissal, but I don't know. Whether he has enough to go and appeal at this juncture depends on whatever new evidence that is presented to whatever judge that looks at it and reside over that case. I mean, it is what it is. Right now, the current judge, I guess, I don't know the person's name, still preside over it, still be his caseload. So, till they can prove, make their point and prove their case in regards to the judge not playing fair, then we have to wait and see. But meanwhile, as I said before, his sentencing has been pushed back. So I don't really know is that a good thing or a bad thing. I think it helps the defense, but prosecution might have advocated for a pushback. Maybe they discovered some more evidence as well that could be damning for Terry Lenz. So it's not a good situation, but it is what it is, man. Reckless behavior can spiral out of control and become something that it shouldn't have been. It's just pent up animosity or whatever. For friends to get to that point, something must have been said or whatever. But I didn't really follow the case as far as evidence, or just whatever little bit of evidence they put out. But I'm just saying, in general, to get in that position, you're all going out for a night of fun, a pool party, and it resulted in someone getting shot. So only these people that's involved in the case really knows what's going on, but the public, the jury has spoken, and so it's just a matter of seeing what the sentencing recommendation or the sentencing is going to be whenever they get around to it. But I don't know. I can't call it. In other news, ladies and gentlemen, did see the BET Hip Hop, I believe special, as far as 50th year anniversary in hip hop. Kid Capri was hosting. As far as the DJ, the music, he rocked. He rocked out. All of the artists and performers, presenters, Patti LaBelle did a fantastic job covering Tina Turner's one of her songs, and that was moving. She did a terrific job. You had all the hip hop seemed to be out. Beyonce won an award, I guess, Performer of the Year award. Of course, she wasn't there because she's in Paris at the Louis Vuitton Fashion Week or whatever. So she's not there, but she did win the big award for them. Once again, shout out to Kid Capri. He rocked. Luke Skywalker, they had the South. Master P did his thing. Styles P, he did a great job. Ice Spice. Busta Rhymes got like a tribute award honor, and his performance, he rocked out. But he brung out Scarlett, and she performed her little internet sensation song that's lit. That energy was crazy. Glorilla did a fantastic job. I thought everyone did a great job in presenting themselves, and it seemed fun. And I know it was an incident with one of the city girls, JT, I believe her name is, and Little Uzi Vert. She apparently threw a phone rather violently towards him, and that was caught. Everybody got cell phones, so that was caught on footage. You can see it, and allegedly it's because of he was conversing with Ice Spice. I guess general conversation, and she went off. But whenever that happens, there's some underlying issues going on between them. That's nothing. That's just the excuse. There's some other issues going on with that case. Though. I mean, I'm not gonna put that on Ice Spice. You know what I mean? So you're around your peers, and so you converse. You talk to people in passing. So there's some underlining extra stuff going on in their business. So I'll let them handle that. That's not, it's none of my business, but whatever was caught, I just reported on it. So it is what it is. What else? The Nats won. I'm always going to report on my Nats. They won. They beat San Diego. Actually, they took the series. They lost the first one in San Diego, and then they took the last two on Saturday and Sunday. In good fashion. So hopefully they can get out of this rut they were in. They was going through it a little bit, but so hopefully that get some confidence and get them going, the juices going, and they can laugh and giggle and see what it is to win again, see how fun it is, and keep that momentum. So congratulations to the Washington Nationals. Bradley Beal, the Washington Wizards, wrote a letter to the fans and the city of Washington, D.C. and Wizard fans. And it was a really nice, touching, well-written, and just gave you some thoughts and just, being honest and, touching on relationships that he had with John Wall and, particularly in the Celtics game 7, and how they just you really don't even have to talk. I'm paraphrasing, but just basically the attitude there was just we're not leaving this. We're not getting anything less than a W. It's just not acceptable. So we discussed that. We talked about his charity work and how the fans, when he was drafted, it was his birthday. He turned 19 years old. As you know, he drafted out of the University of Florida, and he spent 11 years in this organization. But what's I found out earlier today as well is that he was only 160 points from being the all-time scoring leader of the franchise. He would have overtook if he would have got. Elvin Hayes is the all-time leading scorer in Washington Wizards Bullets history, but Bill was only 160 points away. Now, he did not ask to be traded. So I know there's some flack on Twitter. You know how fanatic fans is. This is what they do. The trolls, they just do what they want to do. But once again, it was only, I think it was in The Athletic, if I'm not mistaken. So, but you probably can catch it and read it from yourself. But it was very, I thought it was a good, kind of breakdown of his career and when he came and he wanted, he's honest about, he won a championship and he, was apologetic about failing and not being able to reach that goal, but still not leaving the door. I mean, not closing the door on probably a return, because that's why I make reference to the 160 points. So, it is. A lot of fans are kind of mad at Bill because of the simple fact he chose Phoenix. He had that option. He had a no-trade clause. And, the owner gave him that. Ted Leonsis gave him that. And he could put the blame on the former GM. God, I can't even remember his name. God, it's right on the tip of my tongue. But Tommy Shepard, the former GM, but he ended up costing his job because just a laundry list of reasons why. Poor drafting, poor plan, failure to execute on everything they tried to do. It's just you 2 months, a month into the season, you're ready to tear that plan down. So this is an ongoing thing with the Wizards. They haven't proved anything yet. They haven't won 50 games in a minute. So the Wizards is wild, man. Ted Leonsis, and now he's trying to buy the Washington Nationals. Stay away, please. Please, 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 stay away. That's my take on that. What else? There was something else that was telling, but I saw AB, Antonio Brown, and the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill. I believe Tyreek Hill's podcast, but I don't know. They both was on a podcast, and I saw, I seen that they were, AB was talking about, a little bit of loyalty and just, him not being accepted in his way of going about things and stuff like that. He's always been labeled, or I wouldn't say he was victimizing himself, but I think he was just being honest and just talking and the relaxed atmosphere. And one thing about AB, he's a hard worker, so it's not about the work with him. It's just about the choices and antics, and and just became just outrageous at some point. I mean, famously walking out the game, in the middle of the game, you take off your uniform and walk off the field, But so you was talking about Kanye, and he touched on some points with a lot of different other friends. He really respects Kevin Durant because he gives him support and telling him encouragement and stuff like that. So I respect that. But hell of a football player though. But I don't know. I mean, just something. I'm not gonna say. We all saw it, so it is what it is. But it's good to see him reflecting. But he's a live wire, man. He's gonna be in the news for anything. If he kick a rock wrong, they're gonna cover it. So that's how it is. But it's interesting, man. It's interesting. But what else I was gonna talk about? R&B. I just thought about that. I was just thinking about this earlier, so I figured I'd mention it. R&B, man. I saw Genuine on the Drink Champs the other day, and I was just like, saying R&B and stuff, man. Who is I know the women are out there doing their thing. I know there's some guys out there doing their thing, but we need R&B back, man. R&B. Well, we need it. We need it back. We need the machine to push that a little bit. So let's just, good old R&B. We need to mellow out on Saturday nights and Friday nights when you just in the house. You might have ate some pizza. You just indulge in some wine. You smoke your cigar, whatever, and your beverage of choice, and you sit back. You just want to vibe out. And R&B is always that mechanism to cool to calm the savage beast. You know what I'm saying? So when you want to kind of like, you're in that laid back mood, that chill mood. But that's just my thoughts. But anyways, thanks for rocking with me tonight. Again, please hit the like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Mint Game Network. Peace.